Hi, and welcome to Mods. We're keeping you connected to inspiring science with virtual camp discovery, brought to you by Citrix, the museum's official innovation partner.
Today's story time is an engineer's dream. We'll read If I Built a House, and then you can create the blueprints for your dream home.
Storytime is powered by PNC Grow Up Great.
If I Built a House by Chris Van Dusen. Jack, in the backyard, said to his mother, "This house is okay, but it's like any other. It's boxy and boring and basically bland. It's nothing at all like the house I have planned. My house will be different. It can't be the norm. I'll think about traffic flow, function, and form. Oh, it may include shapes like a tower or a dome, but I'll focus on what makes a building a home. It's the rooms on the inside that make it unique, so step through the door and let's take a peek." We'll start with the basics right off the bat. Check out my all-in-one kitchen-o-mat. You don't have to cook, and you don't have to clean. It's done by a space-age robotic machine. It makes all the meals and the food is delish. Then it washes and puts away every last dish. The living room's next. It's fun. Come on in. The chairs and tables and sofas all spin. And trampolines lead to a giant ball pit. It's a pretty neat room, you have to admit. Now look in the bathroom. No shower, no tub. Instead, take a ride on my scrub-a-dub-dub. Just step on the belt and it washes you clean, even the places you've never seen. And here's my bedroom, way up in the sky, on top of a tower 200 feet high. With glass all around, just check out the view. A bed in a tower, now that's something new. The rooms we walk through, just moments before, are the kinds that you'll find in any decor. But if I build a house, I'd add a few more. So hop on the slide, it's time to explore. You know how I constantly like to create? Well, this is my art room. Isn't it great? You draw on the wall. Don't worry, it's cool. Hung way up high on a big giant spool is a huge roll of paper that hangs to the floor. Just draw till you're done, then pull down some more. Next comes my flying room. See how it's tall? It's empty except for a switch on the wall. Just turn off the switch and you'll float off the ground. Then flap like a bird and fly around. Isn't it nice to be up in the air? A room without gravity, that's pretty rare. This is my racetrack room. Step right inside. It's less like a room and more like a ride. It features a racetrack that loops all around with super fast go-karts that don't make a sound. You fly and you flip and you zip and you zoom. You have to admit, it's a wonderful room. A room filled with water? Now that's something new. But if I built a house, that's just what I'd do. This is my fish tank room. Ain't it a sight? Don't worry, they're friendly. The critters won't bite. Just strap on an air mask to swim with the fishes. Now this is a room that every kid wishes. Of course, I've been saving the best room for last. And literally speaking, this room is a blast. So welcome, sit down, I'll seal up the hatches. This plexiglass playroom completely detaches. You fly it around. Why, it even has jets. For me, this room is as good as it gets. My house will be nifty. My house will be neat. My house will stand out as the best on the street. Daringly bold, yet exquisitely fine. A must-see example of modern design. My house will be hailed as refreshing and new. If I built a house, that's just what I'd do. The end. So we just finished reading If I Built a House, and we saw the coolest designed house I think I've ever seen. Now the cool thing is Jack was an architect, but he also was an engineer. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be designing our own houses. How does this go into? And all you're going to need for this is some index cards, some popsicle sticks here, and some clothespins. So what happened with Jack is that Jack did two parts. When it comes to building a house, the architect is the one who makes the blueprints of the house, and then the engineer builds it. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be meeting at a halfway point, and we're going to make some blueprints of our future dream house using our supplies here. And it's going to look a little something like this, but I'm sure yours will be a lot more fantastical. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to build up our base. And we want to think about what sort of rooms will we have in our house. I'm going to have a puppy and kitten room, one of them, because I love puppies and kittens. So each card is going to represent one of our cool rooms. We're going to have a puppy and kitten room. I'm going to have a zoo room. Honestly, I'm jealous of Jack. We are definitely going to have an aquarium room full of water. What about, what's another room? Water slide. And then a drive-in gear. These are going to be my major rooms. So these are my major rooms. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to build a structure similar to this, and we are going to design up our house. Now, an engineer, this will be our 3D modeled blueprints. Blueprints are what architects use to kind of get a layout of the house in a flat perspective before they build it up. So we're going to use our popsicle sticks as the basis of our floors, and we're going to build up. So this will be one here. We'll do some dividers between the popsicle sticks to represent our different rooms in the house. Here we go. What sort of stuff would you want in your house? Parents, feel free to follow along. Maybe your kiddies will give you some inspirational ideas of how to remodel your boring old house. So it's as cool as little Jack's. This is going to be another room. Like that. It's okay if you use the big ones are preferred, but you can also use the little ones. At home, you're free to use hot glue if you think that holds them together better. There we go. So on the first floor, I'm going to have my drive-in theater. This will be where my garage is. Then on my next door to it, we're going to have our puppy and kitten room. So I can go from one room to the other. That's going to be the first floor. Now I'm going to build the second floor. So I'm going to use more of my beautiful little clothes hangers. Make sure they are of the same size, so you're going to have a little bit of a problem if you try to stack popsicle sticks and then put something across it. There we go. Just like that. Let's see, I'm going to put across the way. Move a little closer. This is a fun, innovative little experiment to play with. This is going to be my second floor. On my second floor, I'm going to have my water slide that's going to corral downstairs to my puppy room. Then next to the water slide room, I'm going to have my aquarium room. Because why wouldn't you have your two water-based things next to each other, right? Right. There we go. Hope yours is coming along as cool as mine. Remember, you're not limited to 2 floors. If you want to tower that thing up to like 5 floors, you're free to do that. Here we go. Floor here. The other little one. Careful, your popsicle stick doesn't have glue on it. Beautiful drive-in theater. It's going to be covered up by the aquarium room. And I'm going to hope there's never a leak. Remember, the fun part about being an architect and an engineer is that if it falls apart, you just build it up again. And you correct it the next time. And there is my beautiful 2-story house with my water slide room, aquarium, kitten room, and my drive-in theater. Now, mine may not look all that cool, but that's okay. That's my personal desire. For you guys, you can make it as cool and crazy and extravagant and futuristic as you like. Remember, you are the engineer and you are the architect. You do what you feel is the coolest, most modern looking house you can get. And that's the end of this activity. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you next video.
Thank you for joining us for Virtual Camp Discovery. This series is brought to you by Citrix, Mod's official innovation partner. Storytime is powered by PNC Grow Up Great. Please stay safe and connected with Mods by visiting our social channels at MODSFTL.